post my second video this year, and just want to preface. I'm just gonna jumping in between my two videos here, and I just want to say thank you to my handful of subscribers, and I appreciate you guys. Like Ray, I mean, man, you're like out. You got it together, dude. I mean, your results show a lot for what you do. Let's see who else. Melissa, man, girl, you're fine. I gotta say that. But man, your videos are very detailed. I've learned a lot from them, and they're very well done. They're far and few between, but man, I really enjoy them. And the cooking and with your mom and all that, man, that's great, man. That's good stuff. I love it. Keep posting them videos. You know, and everybody else out there that watches me, I'm gonna try to do I'm just gonna take you guys with me from now on, just of what I'm doing, what works, what don't work. You know, I'm pretty OCD about stuff, but you know, I tend to be opinionated about things too, and I shouldn't be more opinionated than I should be. And I'm just I've kind of changed a little bit this year. I'm gonna just let things go, let you guys follow me along, and you know, make sure to watch my videos, subscribe, whatever, and offer up advice or whatever. And it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be different. I'm gonna do more videos, a little more detail, and you know, that's what it's all about. Just everybody helping each other out and learning, and we'll go from there. Well, anyway, we'll watch what I filmed last week, and the last of it I talked about the earth boxes and whatnot. That's going to be new this year. I've still got a lot to do. I've got to stake down the earth boxes and come up with a means of supporting tomatoes and all that. So I'm going to take you guys with me on that as soon as it warms up a little. I mean, it's just too cold. And of course, you've seen my seedlings. They got a ways to go. It's going to be several weeks. But I'm going to try to get the boxes done ahead of time, and I'm going to film all that and anything else I'm doing. So stay tuned, and here's the rest of my video. All right, so I showed you my my seedlings that are going, and I showed you my boxes. That's all I have for a garden. I don't actually have much else. So you're probably thinking to yourself, okay, why do you have 10 varieties of tomatoes and all these other plants? What are you going to do? Well, most of the plants are going to go in the boxes where I used to have my tomatoes that I just showed. And I decided I'm going to try the earth boxes. And those that are not familiar with earth boxes, it's basically a big pot. It's a self-watering pot, basically, or a big tray. It's kind of like like a storage container. It's self-watering, and the object is that you put your soil in and your lime and stuff into it, and then you put a layer of fertilizer on top, and you plant your plants away from the fertilizer strip, and then you cover it with a sort of like a shower cover. And you don't have to feed them, you don't have to fertilize them, you don't have to do anything. The only thing you have to do is water them. And so I bought 4 of those. And you can put 2 tomatoes, good sized tomatoes, in each one. So that covers 8 tomatoes, plus I have my new box which covers 2 more tomatoes. So I'm going to have 10 tomatoes, but every one of them is going to be a different variety. So, you know, I expect some failure and some success. I wish I could have more. I mean, I wish I could plant my whole backyard with tomatoes, but so hopefully I'll have some success this year. We'll get some tomatoes, you know, and see what does well. And plus, I'm growing all heirloom, so I can save the seed. If I have some that do really good, you know, I definitely save the seed from those and plant them next year. And I may pick up just a couple of big pots and plant a couple of hybrid tomatoes just for insurance. Just, you know, if there is disease, the hybrids seem to be a little bit more resilient, so we'll at least have some tomatoes this year. That's my main thing. I just want some tomatoes. You know, I'm all about organic and this and that and heirlooms and all this kind of stuff. But you know what? At the end of the day, a good tomato is a good tomato. You know, anything will beat a store-bought tomato. So that's kind of my goal. Now I'm going to go ahead and show you the earth boxes. I just got them in, and I'll just show you a little bit about them. And I've done a lot of research and give some tips about them too. This is a simple way, I mean, for you guys out there to grow some vegetables. It's all self-contained, but there are some definite particular details that you need to know if you're going to go that route, okay? So I'm going to show that, all right? Talk to you later. Just a second. All right, so the earth box. All right, folks, there's an earth box. The first thing that caught my attention when I opened the box and got this out was how small it is. I thought it, just from looking at pictures online, looking at the size of plants that people are growing in them, you know, just general surfing online, looking at earth boxes, I thought it was much bigger than what it actually is. You know, for an example, this is a 10-gallon tote. Or maybe it might be a 12, I don't know. Okay? But that's your typical tote that you find anywhere compared to the earth box. So it's not that big at all. That just kind of caught me off guard. It's not that big. But I mean, I have seen people grow humongous tomatoes out of 7-foot tall beefsteak, huge tomatoes out of these things. So hey, I'm not going to complain. All right, and then let me just go over it a little bit. You've got this tote. It has a drain here, which I'll show on the inside. And this is the green one. You got different. You can get white, terracotta colored, green. I don't know what all colors. The lighter the better, if you ask me, probably, because you don't want to overheat the thing in the summer. And then you've got your little drain pipe and your grate that goes in the bottom. And one tip I'll give that I found out right away. Okay, let me hold on a second. Sorry about jerking around the camera there, but let me show. Okay, here's the earth box as it comes, and it has these little built-up corner areas and little standoff areas and stuff. The first thing I found out is that if you try to drop this grate in and shove in the pipe, it won't go. The pipe has to go, you drop your grate in, the pipe has to go in at an angle. And I still can't get it in, so here's a tip for you if you ever get one of these. Stick the pipe through, okay, and then put the thing in. Okay, I'm going to try to do this with one hand, two hands here. Okay. Stick the pipe through first, and then drop it in. And then it goes at an angle. It doesn't go straight down. It won't fit that way. It goes at an angle. All right. And there's your basic earth box setup. Now, when I ordered the earth box, I was, you know, you've got, there's 4 different options. You can get just, this is the basic, most basic setup. You get the tray, the insert part, obviously, and the tube. And you get the shower cap cover that goes, that snugs around the top of it. And that's it. Or you can step up, you get all that stuff, and you get the wheels with it. Okay, if you need the wheels. Well, then there's a step up from that. You get all that, plus you get the dolomite lime, which contains your magnesium and calcium, everything you need to stop the blossom end rot, and you get fertilizer. And then the top tier is you get all that, and then you get a bale of soil. 2 cubic feet is what these things hold, is 2 cubic feet. Well, I thought
like a dummy when I ordered mine that they came with the soil. But I don't know what happened. It gave the impression that it came with the soil, but they didn't. They came with everything, the fertilizer, the lime, all the stuff, everything, the wheels, the whole package, but there was no soil. And I went back and checked, and sure enough, it wasn't meant to come with the soil, but somehow I was given the impression that it came with the soil. So just think about that. But you know what? Not all is lost. After I got my boxes, I went online and I joined the Earthbox forum, which if you're going to get into these Earth boxes, join the Earthbox forum. You'll know everything that's got to know about these Earth boxes. There's people on there that have 20 and 30 Earth boxes and have been using them for years and years. So, I mean, it's worthwhile to join that forum. And what I found is nobody recommended the soil that comes with them. So that was kind of a bonus, really, that I didn't get the soil, because nobody recommends the soil that comes with them. It holds too much water, and the roots are sitting in, plants don't like wet feet. So, and they just don't, it doesn't drain well as some other options. So I'm going to get my own soil. You can make your own soil with a combination of things. There's recipes on there. There's for soil. If you got a lot of them, say 4, 5, 6, 10, then you're probably best off mixing your own soil and buying perlite and peat moss and all these things and making it gives the ratio. But worst comes to worst, you can use Miracle-Gro potting mix, not the moisture control, not anything with any additives, just the basic plain Miracle-Gro potting mix. And it'll say on the bag, feeds for 3 months, which is a bunch of crap, because it depends on the plant and your situation how many months that fertilizer is going to last. It's just something they put on there to sell it. But it's not going to last 3 months for a tomato. And in the earth box, because you're constantly watering, that Miracle-Gro is soluble in water, so it's going to dissolve and flush out pretty quick. So it doesn't matter that it has the Miracle-Gro fertilizer in it. You still use the fertilizer strip and the dolomite lime and all that, and just ignore the fertilizer in the Miracle-Gro. But you can use plain Miracle-Gro potting mix, and it will work. And I have seen results from this stuff from guys that have been growing these things for several years. That's what I'm going with. It's simple to find. I ain't got to chase all over town trying to find a ground up bark and all these special things, because I really don't have much selection around here. So as a last resort, that's still a good resort, Miracle-Gro potting mix, not soil. You never put soil in a container, ever. It'll turn to concrete. So that's where I'm going. I got 4 of them, and I'm going to show when I set them up, because I still got to deal with the issue of securing the planters down. They're going to be so top heavy once my tomatoes get up there, that we get some pretty strong winds here all through the spring and even in the summer. Storms, it'll knock them over, and if your big tomato falls over, it's going to kill it. It's going to break it. So got plans on how I'm going to secure the boxes, and I'm going to show that when I get to that point in another couple weeks or so. But anyway, that's a total update. I tried to cover everything I could think of. Sorry I haven't, to my subscribers, I haven't been posting much or anything. But I'm going to show a lot this year. We'll see how they go. And thanks for watching. Bye.